grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which card to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah. Better when I wanna get
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And away we go from Lumen Field. Here's Sky Moore on the return. Things going well so far. Pass midfield, and he's got space. And nearly down to the opposing 40 before he gets out of bounds. Excellent return there.
There's one. One less thing now this offense got to worry about, silencing the home crowd early. That return, well, it already did that. The fever pitch we began with, Kate's quieted to a dull murmur following a tremendous return by the special teams unit.
Dropped by the first down he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
18, watch out!
Pressure comes, Purdy. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 3rd down, Purdy bails out of the pocket quick. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And they get this down to the 28. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back, I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Buys time, rolling right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself, or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. He finds him beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Hoping touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Purdy. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
The sack sets up a tough 3rd and goal. They're at the 12.
Get set. Get set.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making a stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
4th down. Pass coming. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They have the full field ahead of them here as they start deep on their own side. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. He powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
Play clock expires. This is going to cost them half the distance. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Penalty moves him backwards. Here comes 2nd and 9. From the gun, Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Walker running to the right. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, that's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Give him 24 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
1st and 10 from the 43. Darnold now to throw. Finds Cup once more. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Opening drive, about to break into field goal range. We got 1st and 10 at the 44. And again, it's Darnold. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Walker on first down. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Darnold. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Oh, and how well he's slinging at this opening drive, Brock. Not sure we expected to see an incompletion, but his perfect start ends at 5 for 5.
Yeah, kind of the feeling out process, right? I think you find this with defensive coordinators a whole bunch, trying to figure out what that script is on the other side. I have a sense there'll be some completions and incompletions along the way. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. 2nd and 3 now.
Second and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. This is reeled in by Jauan Jennings. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
47-yard line.
Get set. Stop.
From the gun is Purdy. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. So they can try for some points going into the break. Eddie Pinheiro out to try to put up 3 here for the Niners. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 39-yarder from the left hash. Pinheiro's kick is good. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
Hey, we're just a couple seconds away from seeing goose eggs on that scoreboard at halftime, something you don't see a whole bunch in this league. Both offenses, they're going to have to make some adjustments here at half.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Power squib kick is taken in. It's all down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Making some progress here. And so he'll get this up to about the 30 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
One left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 17 at the 49.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. To throw, here's Darnold. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Third long for him here. He's got his man. This is Walker. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17. 1st and 10 from the 32.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Amador Lenore there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Darnold. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And the 49ers get to it. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
They'll start this one on the grab of McCaffrey. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long, Purdy. Hits his running back. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. So 1st down from the 41.
A gain of 16 yards.
Purdy on the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Purdy throwing here. Completed to his running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's 49ers football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Third down, they need 7.
Get set, get set.
He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Get set, stop.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. So timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
And a 49er first down.
Looking inside the red zone. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, it just couldn't quite hang on.
Buying some time right. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the first and goal. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. 49ers only up by a few. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert.
And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. And isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Brings up second and 17 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go.
Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Here's Darnold to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jason Pinnock picks it. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say you can't play fast, but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Great vision, gets him across midfield. And a positive result on that effort. He's down to the enemy 40 before going out.
We know this is the ticket to the field for a whole lot of rookie special teams. It's something that teams every year look for in the draft. And with the new rules, and maybe even that much more, these super athletes who can electrify on returns, turn the smallest lane into one of the biggest plays of the game.
Cooper caught the intended receiver. So that brings up second down.
On the coverage.
Now Darnold off the play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
We go, son.
Here he goes, third and long. A throw right side, finds Kupp. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's good.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And again, it's Darnold. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to 10.
17. Seahawks 7.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Moore with a return. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for second and 10.
Get set.
They're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. Sideline throw is complete to Pearsall. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up. The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Purdy trying on 4th down. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead.
Seahawks 7. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get it up to the 44. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival.
Not a civilian, I'm a citizen. Green around the world, looking militant. I fly United, never spirited. Only restaurant is gonna be Michelin.
What?
I mean Michelin, traveling on dividends. She said that I'm bald like a 90s symbol is. I'm getting paid, talking rap on the internet. Yeah, my name green, but I ain't crab, I be generous. LA to Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim, flying straight from Manopon. Rolling out to Durban, Marvel pudding with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don, huh? I go to Miami just for dinner.